Hey guys, still the 21st of November, 2021. They're having a party over there, over at Tatai's place. I think it's his son-in-law. And there's the little Dolly. Let's see. Now my beautiful little baby, she got her buggy today. It's an early Christmas present. And she's got her dollies in there. And they're wide awake going for a stroll. So we went up to Padre Garcia. And my wife was getting eggs and stuff like that for her little store. And I just took the kids and we went walking. We went walking around and we got way up to the front and we found a really nice clothing store with great prices. I saw the first clothing store and they had shorts for the boys for 3 for $100. Nah, when I sniff out a deal like that. So we went back, made a big circle and looked around. And my sweetie went up and bought them a bunch of clothes, like Christmas presents. Bought me some really nice, colorful sandos with like parrots on them, nice colored. I'd show them to you, but you throw everything in the wash. You got to be real careful of any of these. A lot of the clothes. Now we did see a thing where this was a while back. You could look it up on YouTube. It was on YouTube where I saw it. I don't have the article anymore, or the woman's her channel or anything like that. I did put it in my channels, and she's somewhere on there. But there's so many I couldn't find it to show you guys. But what happened was she bought a bra, and instead of washing it, she just put it on, and she started getting like pimples on her boob, and then it got to be like holes. And the doctors here didn't know. They just gave her creams to put on it. They didn't know what it was. They said rash, this or that. Well, here what it was. It was a parasite, and it got in there, and it actually just destroyed the whole front of her boob before she got to a Asian doctor who knew what it was, and had to give her some medicine to kill these parasites. But it ate half of her boob off. So anytime we get clothes, we don't wear them until we wash them. Absolutely, we just don't do it. Don't want to run into any trouble like that. I actually did get a shirt one time that I bought here, and it was just like it was a T-shirt, and this is when I was working, and I always wore a under T-shirt when I was at the call center because they keep it so freezing there. Okay, you got her babies. And so I just put it in my sack, and then when it gets cold, I'll go put it on underneath. And I started burning real bad underneath the armpits and around my neck, burning, and I took it off, and I actually had a burns. Here, when I got home, I was like, what kind of soap you use? She said, I didn't wash those yet. So it came that way, brand new, with something on it that burnt the living crap out of me. So be careful of that, guys, when you come here, when you're buying clothes. Now, those clothes that I bought that burnt me like that, we got those from that big sporting center in Das Marinas, and I bought it because it said made in the Philippines. Okay? That was the main reason I bought it. Well, look at those big clouds over there. Aren't they pretty? Clouds is pretty. I always thought that. And the mountain's getting not too clear today, but we're just out for our afternoon walk. We buzzed around the Padre Garcia walk, and I didn't bring the camera because I brought the camera there before. But we just hiked around, and my wife got some nice outfits. I bought some stuff through Lazada, and I found a real nice dress. She got that today. She really liked it. And then we're also, I've been shopping around looking for bikes. A lot of these bike shops around here. Okay, unless you go into really huge money. Come on, bub. Come on, baby boy. I see that. But unless you pay a huge buck at these shops, you're getting the cheaper Chinese ones with that break and all this. So I've been researching as much as I could, talking to different people, and we settled on Battle, the company called Battle. It's Chinese, but it's a large bicycle. Okay, come on. So And different people said they had them. I even talked to a guy in a bike shop, and I told him I didn't like these. He says, well, that's, it's what we're selling because they're cheap and they move pretty quick. And I mentioned the Battle, and he says, oh yeah. He says, yeah, that's a pretty good company. And this was a dude that's been running this bike shop. He was a foreigner that was he was in the USA. He's not a foreigner. He's a Filipino, but he was in a foreign land in the States for a while, and then he was in Germany, and he made enough money to come back and start up the bike shop, owns the building and everything. And he said, yeah, that's a pretty good brand if you're going to get it. So, I looked at a regular bike, but my wife wanted a mountain bike. She's not real big, so I found a 24-inch. That's pretty quality. Looks good. A lot of good reviews on it. It's called the 360 model, and then we also saw one that's one for Maddie, because that one we got for him just trashed right out. It was one of them. Just everything just kept breaking on it, and I finally just put it over the fence. He didn't even want to ride it. Okay, hi Sherlock. But he got to where he didn't even want to ride it. Every time he got on it, damn thing broke. Something broke on it, so we went ahead and I'm going to order him one too. And it's a Battle brand. If anybody knows anything about that before I pull the trigger. Howdy. Can you say hi, Scoot? Hi. Say hi, Scoot. My buddy Scoot's on there. Hi. Say hi, Scoot. Hi, Scoot. There you go. Thanks. Okay, we got him on there for you, Tim. I'll put that article in there for you on the reply. It's just a real short one. There was a bunch of them, but I figured I'd put that short one on you can look at. Take a look at Telegram if you can, buddy. A lot of good news on there. I think you can tab that so you can watch it on TV. There's some pretty good news channels. But that's our new neighbors down here that moved in, and but we're having a nice Sunday afternoon. And like I say, if anybody knows anything about the Battle brand bikes, let me know. It's said on their they have a big show that you can watch whenever you go to Battle Bikes on Lazada, and they say they make for Cannondale, Raleigh. They just rattle off a list of high quality bikes that they build for, and it had Shimano stuff. I wish I could have found one with an internal hub, but I can't. There's none. So, that's just the way that goes. But there's my little girl being a little girl, huh? You love your dollies? And what's their names again? You forgot. She named her babies and forgot.
Penelope and that sweetie pie.
Ah, you remembered. Okay, let's get back because the sun's pretty hot, okay?
Okay.
We're going to walk after dark tonight. A lot of times this time of the day we don't do a lot of walking. I actually took a nap today after we walked all around the stores, and while my wife was shopping, she got some really nice outfits also, which was pretty cool. But these days we're having are just absolutely gorgeous. I watched that WX, Westpac weather thing, and he's talking about there might be a storm brewing this week. And we all know there's a storm brewing all over the world with this force stuff they're trying to do with Australia, Canada. I mean, holy cow! They're just really pushing this thing. They're going to force these people to do something they don't want to do. From what I understand, guys, this is something that it's not the Geneva Convention, but that thing after World War II that everybody agreed to. I forget. My brain cramp right now. But it's against that. Forcing these people to do this is against it. And this is something you should just be able to say, no, just do a Nancy Reagan. And there's a lot of people that are doing it. I put a thing on the end of my last video. So many nurses are quitting. Now if that don't tell you something right there, that they're not going to get it. And then I watched another thing on Telegram. It was a nurse. They had like a little town meeting. Didn't say where it was at. But she got up there and she was talking about, last year when she was a nurse, and this woman got fired. Last year when she was a nurse, she wasn't seeing that many. She had people with the COVID symptoms, and some were tested. So she said about 1 in 5, something like that. She said now what's coming in to the hospital right before she lost her job was everybody, and all of them were Jabba the Hutted. So not too good what's happening with these folks. I mean, what's the point of getting something that that's not going to keep that's what they claim the Jabba the Hutt is for, is so that you don't get it. Now they're saying, even if you get it, you can still get it. You can still pass it. What's the point? I mean, wake up, guys. The point is money, and also Jenny, CIDE. That's got to use quatrains here. I'm really thinking that's where it's going. Some people can call me a nut job and all kinds of stuff like that, but you start looking into this yourself and start seeing, and look how many people all over the world are just fighting tooth and nail against this. I would not myself do it, or my children. I just can't. But here's the deal. Now they want to lock you up and not let you out, and they're going to put people in detention camps for this. Boy, that really shows how much they care for you. They don't care for you. This is money. I still talk about that Trudeau thing, where he bought 10 million extra vaxes. That's a money deal there that he made, and I'm sure he's probably pushing to be a billionaire now. I know his family was pretty wealthy with oil in the first place, but these guys are all in on it, and they've got tons of money. They've got the 99% of the money in the world, and they want to help people. Well, guess what? I see pictures on a lot of these places wanting a little bit of money because they're trying to help starving people. There's people that are starving to death all over the world. It's a huge cause of death in some places. Why aren't they giving $1 billion or $2 billion to those places? So if they really wanted to help and do something for the world, but they're not. They're doing stuff for themselves. They're going to pick up land cheap. They want to own everything. So another thing that really surprised me, that the largest landholder in the world was the Catholic Church. That really surprised me, and their money that they take in is larger than a whole bunch of governments put together. I mean, even more than the U.S. That's surprising, and they're getting a lot of information on those guys. Everybody knows what the priests were doing with young boys and stuff. That's nothing. I watched a really good movie on that with the Beetlejuice guy. I can't remember the name of it, but it was about in Boston. They started investigating, and they made a movie about it. If anybody remembers the name, put it in the comments so other people can take a look at it. It was pretty interesting. It was on our TV for a while, but we get.
Momo threw the head inside the girl.
Did you pick it up?
No, it's inside.
Okay, inside the house?
No, in the yard.
Oh, we got to get it. Okay, so Momo's getting a little bit goofy today. Whenever he doesn't get a nap, he starts doing rotten stuff. He cries he wanted to have a hat to go because we're wearing our hats, and then he throws it in somebody's yard. So just a meathead. He wants somebody to carry it for him. So he's gonna be a little bit of trouble. In here? I don't see it.
Not that one.
Is a hat in there? Did he throw a hat in there? Oh, there we go.
You can see.
Oh, thank you. Momo, little meathead. But I'll go ahead and let you go. It was just we just had a really nice day, and it was real sweet of my little girl to get us all some clothes, which is nice. I like the colorful clothes, especially for the kids. Maddie wanted one just like my psychedelic one, so she got him one of those, and really nice pants. It's all shorts here. Wes is going to be leaving pretty soon, and he told me, he said he had bought pants years ago, and my size in the waist, and he said some of them still got tags he never wore them, and he said, he's going to make a bag for me, and that's pretty cool. Be nice to have some. If they're too short, they might be okay lengthwise, but if they're too short, we can always make shorts out of them. We've got a really good tailor back in San Jose, but I'm sure there's some around here that fix things up. Because when I came here, I had a bunch of pants, and I was wearing 44s, for the waist. And then what happened was when I got here, I lost a ton of weight. I lost a ton of weight, and I kept 70 of it off. I'm 70 pounds down from what I weighed when I got here, and I had actually lost about 90. And a lot of it was the amoeba, dengue, and then of course just sweating all the time and being more active. My job my last couple years, I was behind a desk quite often, so that made it rough. But so he's got a bunch of those. But we had a tailor that took those all my pants I had, and I had some fireproof pants, all kinds of stuff for doing my job that I just didn't want to get rid of. And he took them in, and when he was done taking them in for me, he measured me just like a tailor does. Very cheap price. I think he was charging me a couple hundred pesos each, and he took them in, and you couldn't tell them from a brand new pair. He just made them fit really good. And then I had them real long because I wanted them hanging over my boots really good. And he cut them to where they were the right length and everything. So that was really cool. Don't know what happened to those though. Ever since we've been in this house, I wanted to wear them when we went on the motorcycle ride, and we tore this place apart. Can't find them. So something happened to them. I don't know. But if I get some more pants, it's always good to wear long pants on a motorcycle ride. I do have I think it's MT Moto suit, Kevlar suit. It's kind of like a screen door, but I bought that years ago, and it's got the tri-armor in it and all that. I'm thinking I'm going to start wearing that. Used to wear it when I rode out in California. I never, even if I ran up to the store, got onto my motorcycle without wearing that suit. I even had guys say, "Wow, I can't believe you're always wearing your suit." And I seen so many guys riding with nothing, not even a shirt. And it's really tough when you leave your skin on the road. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to let you go. And it's a beautiful day. It's kind of hot. Thank you, sweetheart. What about your little girls? Are they going to say rickshaw out?
Rickshaw out, rickshaw out.
Thank you, sweetie.